Hi. This is finally a neutral look on my channel. I also call this my rotisserie chicken look, but that also does not sound that very appealing. And before we get started, I just want to address everything that's going on in the world, especially in America right now. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. With all the civil unrest and movement for anti-racism, I compiled a whole list of resources and organizations that you can donate to, that you can educate yourself with, so please take the time to check that out. I'll put it in the description. I don't fully understand what it feels like to live in constant fear, but today we are going to embrace the color of our skin. And let's get started. This is going to be a little bit more of a step-by-step video. First of all, I already moisturized my skin, and I'm going to go in with a sunscreen. I swear, if y'all don't moisturize and put on sunscreen, I'm just saying, I'm going to walk straight from this camera to wherever you're watching. Rub that all over. I need a little bit more because my face is really round. We cannot complain, it's in the genes. I'm going to go in with my regular primer, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, mostly on my T-zone, and then spread it out. Now that everything is prepped and primed, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. Basically, I line the bottom, I line the top, and then sparsely fill in the front, and then fill in throughout the brow. I call this more of a rough cut for brows because we're not going to completely finish the brows now. Great way to put on the base for our brows before any other products kind of get in the way. And I'm going to be carving out the bottom of my brows with my Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in medium. And then I'm going to be using my Sonia Kashuk number 110 brush. It makes it look real nice. I'm going to be going in on the rest of my lid with the same concealer as my eye primer and then setting that with the NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. Today we are going to be dipping into the Magic by Juvia's Place. This is a Black-owned makeup brand and I absolutely love their products. They're available at Ulta, they're really affordable, they're very great quality. I cannot say enough about Juvia's Place. We're dipping into like the warm neutral shades today. And then I think I might be dipping into my Natasha Denona mini nude palettes. It's a pretty high-end brand, but their mini eyeshadow palettes are more affordable. My favorite Black-owned eyeshadow palette of all time would have to be my Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. This is $125. I'm planning on doing a separate video with different looks with this palette, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be butchering these names in the Juvia's Place palette, so I'm so sorry. But I'm dipping into Nana. I'm going in with my Morphe M504 brush and just putting that on the outer corner of my lid and then dragging it upwards as well into the crease. And what I love about Juvia's Place is that they have deep enough shades. It's really great pigmentation, really great quality for an amazing price, and they're basically always on sale. So I'm going to go in with Zakia. Use my Morphe E27 brush. Place that product a little lower on the outer corner and then upwards to the crease as well. I do typically like to shape the eyeshadow a little bit like a cat eye, very subtle. And then I'm going to go back in with the other brush and the other Nana shade and just make sure to blend. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe E27 brush and go into the Nana shade and just wash that all over the lid. And I typically go for more of a washed out, blown out eye look because I really want people to see that I have eyeshadow on. And if you invest in a ton of different blending brushes, then I guarantee you that you will get an eyeshadow look like this. But anyways, we're going to go into foundation now. And my favorite is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. And I am in the shade WN46. Previously known as Golden Neutral. This is more of my winter shade, so because I've been tanning a little bit outside, I'm going to be adding a little bit of my Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in 312 Golden. I'm not gonna put too much because I know in summertime y'all don't want to feel like your face is absolutely caked. So I'm gonna go in with the back of a brush and I don't really put a lot on my forehead because I don't really have many problem areas on my forehead. I feel like foundation can look really heavy on the forehead really easily. You can also use a BB cream or a CC cream or a tinted moisturizer. I like to blend out the neck first to warm up the product on the sponge and place some product so that it doesn't absorb too much when it's on the face. My favorite Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium. And the trick here, folks, to keep it high coverage is to let it sit for a bit, but not too long. Another trick that I do, because I have a clean tip of my beauty blender and I do not like when foundation is on my lips, I kind of wipe it to get that excess foundation. We're going to blend it out, so I kind of focus on the edges on the bottom first and then make my way from the outer corner of my eye to the inner corner. And then what I also do is indirectly contour my nose with the concealer by bringing the concealer a little bit upwards into the nose area. I'm gonna go in with my NYX HD finishing powder in Banana with the same Lancome brush and just tap that all over where we put the concealer. I also have nowhere to go today, so you know, I'm just that maniac that uses makeup for the fun of it. We're gonna go in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. It's a warm shade and it's in W4, and I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. For the first time, we're gonna use it twice during this makeup routine, and I'm going to douse that all over my face. She's wet. Make sure that it's dry because we're gonna go in with more powder products on our cheeks. I'm using my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Glow Boosting Pressed Bronzer in medium to dark. I have literally had this for a long time. I'm gonna use this EcoTools complexion blending brush. I just pinch it with my fingers as I place it. I do a little bit on the bottom of my nose, and then if it gets a little too intense, I go in with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush with the remaining face powder and just pat that over the nose. For the bronzer, Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I have broken this so many times and I've repurchased it so many times. It's not even funny. I'm going to be using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. Where I put this bronzer is the bottom because homegirl got a little extra lovin' on her chin, okay? You can even go the extra step and use loose powder to carve out the bottom, but because I want everything to look a little more seamless and not so like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go into my Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in Molten Gold with my Real Techniques setting brush, douse that on my cheekbones, and then I do a little bit on the tip of my nose and bridge of my nose as well. We're going for more of a bronze goddess look today. We are gonna go into my Sephora blush in Hot Flush, and it's an orangey blush, so this is a fun way to experiment. I don't like it when a lot of product is caked on my beauty marks on my face. What I do is go in with my e.l.f. concealer brush. We're gonna finish off with the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in initially with a dense packer brush. This is an Anastasia double-ended brush, you know the drill. I'm gonna go in with Zakia and just pack that onto the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna go in with a small blender brush. Today we're gonna go into my EcoTools Shadow Smudge brush, and I'm gonna go into Nana and blend that out and make sure that it connects with our upper lid. Highlight the brow bone a bit with Hesse, which is the lighter shade. Woo, sexy. And then, because I cannot live without an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. I use my Clinique eye contour brush, any pencil brush will do, and put that a little bit on the brow bone as well. Yeah, boy. And now that we're done with everything around the eyebrows, going to brush through them. You can fill it in a little bit more and then go in with my brow gel. Ooh, and then now we have lashes, lips, setting spray. She a blind bitch. I'm going to tightline, so that it looks like our lashes are more full than they actually are. But yeah, I'm using my Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. Then we're going to finish it off with a MAC lip gloss, and this is in Oh Baby. And this is the finished bronzy, everyday, summery, sun-kissed makeup tutorial. Until next time, see ya!